We are back. We are back.
Ta-da.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Let me just. Okay, yeah. Spade and Tower have switched spots on the screen. Let me just quickly fix that.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's a quick fix. There we go. Just a little bit of digital musical chairs. Alright. So, risky position for y'all. We move away from Demon saying, "It's been 2 years. How bad could it be?" Smash cut to Demon sitting in an interrogation room. Across from him,
Oh no.
across from him is Virgil Bane. And Virgil Bane is leaned back, his arms crossed, and he's just sort of staring at you, Demon. And he has different eyes than the last time you saw him. Because he had a birth defect that made him blind, and so he had, last you knew, very camera-looking cybernetic eyes, like Bato in Ghost in the Shell. But they've since been replaced with a higher-grade version that looked like natural eyes. The difference being that his irises are like doing that very smooth LED style transition through color gradients. Just from like purple to blue to green to yellow to red to orange and like back. And so he's sitting there across from you. What does he look like?
So he is a white man in his like early 30s. I think he's like 31. He is I mean, what does he do in the? I mean, he's got like kind of an office worker look. You know, he dresses.
Yeah, I think he's wearing. An outfit that is kind of like the cross between a military dress uniform and a business suit.
Sure.
Which I think is the uniform for. Just trying to think. Uniform is not quite the right word. I would say that because the Jovangelians have such a militaristic slant, that a lot of their clothing has a militant flavor to it.
Okay.
So I think that this is just like basically a business suit, but it definitely looks and feels like a military dress uniform as well. And it's gray with like almost brown gold touches to it. It's like a charcoal gray with a dark gold.
Nice. And yeah, so I'm like, well, you look well.
Says, yeah, my investigation, it went well since I had a lead on it, on where the missing equipment went, and so I got promoted. I was able to get these new implants. You look the same.
Yeah. Well, things have changed.
Have they?
Okay, I know this is asking a lot. Why am I in this room, by the way? What am I? I was like, before I get too cozy with the conversation.
So were you going into this with a cover identity, or were you just going in as yourselves, since you did have
Yeah.
paperwork from the wolf pack?
I think just ourselves, also because if we're using him as my contact, you know, it would be pretty obvious. It's like, wait, that's not.
Yeah.
It's not Harold's Ray. That's.
Yeah. You're in here because he, like, the last time he saw you, basically. What happened?
So, this was about 2 years ago. I was with my gang of, you know, not great people, and what did we need? What did I say we needed? We needed like some sort of information or something, and he, like, this from the Society of Wider Understanding, and I made the choice to essentially use him to get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't go well. Like we were, I think like we had been in a relationship before that. Like it's not the reason we were together. It wasn't like that, but it was just like, well, I have this. I have an in. We may as well use it. Everything will be fine. It's like,
Fair?
and then I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, so to speak.
Fair.
Yeah.
No.
So
Good life choices.
I think the three, we like cut to the three of you, and you're like clear, like you're not with heavy load, but you have a medium load, which is not inconspicuous. And so the three of you are like sitting in a waiting room. And there's like some soft jazz playing over the speaker system. There's like a couple potted plants and some Jovangelion magazines on the table, which were probably written by the Society for Wider Understanding.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Just gonna flip through one of those.
Yeah, it's propaganda. What do you know?
Yep.
Amazing.
What is the topic of the magazine that you're flipping through, Spade?
It's it's probably a like it's no, I was gonna say a gun fancier, but I don't want to do that, so I think it's like a travel magazine, and there's like framing like Fort Jovenel as this like historic location, just like on the backdrop of the beautiful mountain range and stuff like that.
You probably find in that like article about Fort Jovenel, there's probably like a bit of recent news about how the heroic members of the Wolf Pack stopped an attempted terrorist bombing from the DFS.
Yeah, that follows.
So, in addition to the three of you and the receptionist, who's this guy sitting behind the desk wearing like a sort of business casual outfit and skirt, and he's like chewing on bubble gum and is like on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
I support him.
As you should be.
There's also like a security camera that is just like it feels oppressive, just like the weight of it, just because you're seated right across from it, and it's just like staring at the three of you in your like not quite obvious military gear.
Sorry, are we like waiting on Demon to stop getting yelled at? Is that what this waiting room is for?
Basically, the four of you came into the waiting room. Your contact came out. There was like 2 armed security guys with him, and he pointed at Demon and said, "You, come with me." And then they left. And then they like didn't say anything to you. Even the security guys didn't stick around.
Oh my god.
And so the 3 of you are just seated in this waiting room. And you've probably been there for like 15 minutes at least by this point.
Yeah. I think I'd like to have a flashback. And it's me talking to Keiko. And I say to her, "Look, when we get in there, things may go badly. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It shouldn't be violent, but I likely won't be available for a little while. While I'm running a distraction, I need you and the others to case the place and figure out what we can do."
Great. Okay. Oh boy. So y'all, let's case the joint.
Okay. How does one case a joint?
Well,
Did you give us any details other than that?
Yeah. We're not good at things. You know this about us.
I would say like anything we might be able to use as leverage against or to make our cover story more convincing, or if you can chat up any of the people in here, or barring that, figure out security. What are you all good at? What do you do?
Bodies.
I can sneak things.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, if we want to sort of have a bit of a retcon flashback and say that say that tower isn't there, that's fine. Since we've established that Spade is in the waiting room reading a magazine.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where we're trying to get to.
That's the thing. Y'all don't have that information. You went to the...
wait,
hold on. Did you go to the Journey City office, or did you go to the Fort Jovenel office?
It's astounding how little prep we did for this mission.
Yeah.
That's why you have flashbacks.
And that's also why you have the blueprint layouts thing that we can take.
That is an excellent point.
That's a thing I can do.
Yeah, I have blueprints for the facility. Are we in? I guess we would be in Fort Jovenel, right?
They have offices in both, and the Wolfpack could get you access to either.
Oh, okay.
Connections.
Maybe we do Journey. Maybe it would have been in Journey City then, just like less in the belly of the beast, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Journey City. Okay. So this office is in downtown. It's not quite a political district. Even within Journey City, there's definitely neighborhoods that lean towards each of the 5 factions. And so it sort of spreads out almost in a windmill-like pattern. But the political headquarters try and get as close to the tower as possible, because that is where the city's power structure lies, basically. Journey City doesn't really have a functioning government since the battles surrounding the area, especially the battle that destroyed the Broken Bank. The closest thing that there is to a government are the tower's defenders, which are basically like the security personnel and administrators and bureaucrats and engineers that maintain the tower and have fortified it, so it's basically a vertical fortress. but they don't really. They don't really do things like have a fire department or like a school board or.
They should probably get on that.
Well, there actually is, the teachers union is one of the squads, but it's not like
It's teachers with guns.
Yeah, but it's not like publicly funded. There's basically Journey City is kind of in a slow breakdown of civility that is basically being propped up by the factions' needs for supplies and using the tower to do that. So
are we in the tower at present?
No, you are. Let's see. Yeah, they probably have a whole office building in Journey City. It's probably like a 12-floor office building. It's very much a glass and metal affair. It's very different from the apartment block that Tower and Pitchfork blew up earlier.
Yeah.
Which was far more concrete and steel kind of look, very practical. This one is definitely very much about appearances, because even having like an office building this large and not having any damaged windows in Journey City is a statement. Yeah.
Hey. I mean, I think it would make sense that I would be trying to get in there independent from y'all. Unless you think that's a bad idea?
There are no bad ideas, just bad execution. What are you up to?
I mean, I think I'm honestly just like... Give me a second, I want to check something. I want to see if I have equipment that would work for this. Because I think I want to disguise myself as, like, personnel almost, like, as, like, janitorial staff.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Fantastic.
Classic ploy.
It works. So I think I've got on, like, a jumpsuit, and I think I'm just, like, going through the back hallways, like, in a mall when there are those, like, back hallways that no one else is supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, the maintenance hallways.
Yeah. So I'm going through, like, maintenance hallways and just making my way up to where we think, we're supposed to be getting the information from.
So, 2 questions. Since you are not in a controlled position, 1, how did you get the key card for entrance through the service entrance? And 2, where did you get the jumpsuit from?
I mean, can I say that I use my subterfuge supplies for the jumpsuit? Is that a thing I can say?
So I guess this is sort of like a role, is if you want to use the subterfuge supplies for that, that's sort of like you maybe bought a jumpsuit, like just any old jumpsuit, and then you've tailored it to be
I think that's
suitable.
probably what it would be. Like, I probably did some Googling and, like, found out what the uniforms for the contractor they've got in look like.
Yeah, but they're not official.
No, they're not official, but they look official if no one cares.
Okay, and what about the key card?
I mean, who says I've got a key card? Maybe I just did some hacking.
I mean, if you want to make an interface roll.
I'm probably bad at... Yeah, no, I don't have any dice in that. See, I'm trying to...
Or you could do engineering and, like, hotwire the security system.
Yeah, that's...
Or
See, I don't have any points in that either.
oh, sorry, your fine security cracker.
Hmm?
That also applies to electronic locks.
Oh, okay, then I'll just use that.
Yes.
And it's 0 load, so
Yes.
Nice.
I'll do that then.
You're still gonna have to roll something.
I know. I guess I could try to roll engineer. I mean, would it give me an extra? What would that? I'm not sorry. How would the security cracker affect what I'm rolling there?
Well, it would give you standard effect because since the Society for Wider Understanding are higher tier, it would be limited without that fine item.
Okay, and I guess I'll take stress to push myself.
So
Stress.
you do want to roll engineering then? You don't want to roll anything else?
Don't see what I mean, I guess I could roll finesse maybe, but I don't think that's super applicable here.
I mean, finesse if you, like, stole someone else's keycard.
I think I might go with stealing someone else's keycard then, because both
good.
narratively it makes more sense for what I think Tower would do. And also I think, like, I'm probably gonna get a better roll with it. So I think I would go with finesse, yeah. I'm still gonna take the stress.
You're like mopping the floor. Oh, you bump into someone. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. So that's 3d6 something. What's the risky, desperate, whatever?
This will be risky limited.
Okay.
Let me bring up a clock. Well, that doesn't have to stop you from rolling.
Is there a devil's bargain I could take to up the effect?
Devil's Bargain give dice, but you could use
Okay.
pushing yourself for effect
Yeah.
and then take a
Sorry.
Devil's Bargain.
Sorry. Yeah.
No need to apologize.
Is there one that I could take to swap that, get the dice, and then use the stress for upped effect?
Devil's Bargain.
I could assist instead.
I'll love you forever if you do.
Yeah, I'll assist. I'm not
'Cause that's just one stress on your part.
super. Yeah. I think probably Spade. Like it's probably like a flashback style thing. Where, like, while Tower is looking at, like, Google image search of the contractors, Spade is like, oh, they keep their key cards on a leash. Man, that thing is super easy to break.
Yeah. Good shit. So that would be 3d6 risky standard? 'Cause I'm still pushing myself to take the increased effect.
Yes, it would. Unless
Okay.
you still want that Devil's Bargain.
What would it be?
The person you swiped the key card from realizes that it's gone sooner than you'd like and talks to a supervisor, and so that goes up the change, and I will add a tick to the alarm clock.
No, because that's a 4-tick clock. I'm just gonna take the 3d6. That's a 4. Fuck.
So many clocks.
Good clock.
It's a great deal of clocks.
Yeah, that's a lot of clocks.
That is a lot of clocks.
I like that it's called Operation Trash Panda.
Yeah, this is a good.
There should also be another secondary objective there.
Oh, okay.
I can put it in.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, which is
Give Massage a nickname? Is that the no? Oh, okay. Let's steal other intel.
yeah, that's all.
That makes more sense.
All right, so a 4. So yeah, you get into the building tower. You are in the maintenance hallways. No one's the wiser.
No one's. the wiser.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, you still have a medium load, which means you aren't exactly inconspicuous, though. Your jumpsuit's a
I mean,
little tattered.
can I say, what if it takes the form of like a push cart with a mop and shit, and I've just loaded that down with equipment?
I will let you have that for a one stress flashback.
I'll take that.
Alright.
Mostly just because I like the mental image of just like push cart with a bunch of mops, and then under the mops is like my weird stud.
Okay, and your consequence, what shall that be? It was risky. Not gonna put you in a desperate position yet. You know what? I'm gonna make things easy on myself. I'm gonna add a tick to the alarm clock.
No.
That's always good. So, that janitor does notice, or that you aren't quite as hidden as you expect, because the thing about the Jovangelian Empire is that it is a society based upon fear of power. And so this janitor sees another janitor doing something suspicious. I don't think that person was scheduled today. If I tell my boss about it, it'll help me get that promotion. The Empire is a society of narcs. Because
Of course it is.
it's very easy to keep a regime in power when the population polices itself.
There.
But you're in the back. You're in the back hallways now, and you have the run of the maintenance areas. For the
Okay.
moment. So let's cut back to Demon. So Virgil is still like sitting there across from you, staring at you, and he says, "Why are you here, Harrow?"
We're here because we're doing what we do. We are looking for the war dead and returning them home. And we're seeking information on that in the interests of helping to further relationships with the Jovangelian Empire, as we have done previously in Fort Jovenal not long ago. I'm sure you've read about the stories.
Didn't realize that was you.
Well, it wasn't just me, but I was there.
I think this is a roll.
Okay.
He's clearly suspicious, and I think with good reason.
No. So this seems like a sway. I have a die in sway.
Woo.
So this will be risky limited.
I don't know how I would help with this, I'm sorry.
I will push myself for what do I want to push myself for? Crud.
I might be able to assist just by talking loudly to the receptionist about this is bullshit. I was there. These are the details that I missed, but like extremely loudly so it comes through the wall.
In walls.
Good.
Does that help? Is that kosher?
I like the idea of Spade trying that. Thinking it'll work. But unfortunately, and I'm not going to charge you stress for this, but unfortunately it's not going to work.
Okay.
Because the interrogation room is not next to the reception area.
That's
Yeah.
And also
Fair.
the interrogation room is insulated.
also
yes.
fair. Okay. I probably am not doing that. I'm grumbling about it. I'm definitely grumbling about it, but I'm not bothering the receptionist about it yet.
Okay, so I'm going to push myself for an extra die.
Sorry, bud.
We believe in you.
And, yeah, so I guess I'll roll. 2d6, minus 1. What's my risky, limited
Yep.
sway? A 5!
Hey.
It's 5. That's something.
So that nets you a tick on the Virgil Bane clock.
Hooray!
7 more to go.
Yeah, sweet.
It's so hard to succeed and so easy to fail.
Rivals are tough, y'all. Okay. He says, I believe that's what you do, and I believe you were at Fort Jovenel. I don't believe that you were there. You're not... I can't trust you, Harrow. You've... He looks away. You...
No, Hera doesn't laugh.
Yeah, and you can see that he's like, he's trying to put on like a poker face because he thinks he's interrogating you. You don't know what his position is, but you can probably guess by this point that it's not, he's not an intelligence officer.
Sure.
You can tell that like what you did to him, you really hurt him. So take level 1 harm. Ashamed.
Oh.
You can resist harm.
I am going to resist. I was debating whether I wanted to or not. I am going to resist this. Oh my gosh.
Feel bad about things that you did? No.
Never.
So that'll be resolve.
Sure. I mean, I still feel bad, but it's just like...
You push it to the side.
Yeah, I push it to the side. I don't think Hera's that great of a person, y'all. 3d6 resolve. 1 stress.
That's
Hey!
5 you rolled. Nicely done. Yeah.
Not bad. It stings, but
You know. You'll deal.
move on.
Yeah.
So you're looking for what exactly? A list of places where the dead probably are?
Yes, recent battles. Anything that could be of help in recovering the bodies. I came to you this time. I feel so dirty.
I think that's another role, trying to entreat that, like, you learned your lesson?
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
it doesn't even sound like you're trying to make that argument, but, like,
Yeah,
that you're at least not going behind his back this time.
God.
Oof. Can I take any good devil's bargains here?
The raccoons brag, and eventually word gets back to him, and it'll cost you trust with the Jovingellians.
Hmm.
No one
No.
likes us anyway.
Just 1 trust. That's all.
I'll do it.
When it was more trust, it was a no, but when it's only one trust...
Oh, this sucks.
Okay.
We're good at doing things.
You're at 5 trust with the Jovangelians now.
Okay. Ooh.
There's your devil's bargain.
Can I produce documents to increase our effect, my effect here?
Yeah, you get extra quality documents.
Yeah, so I have some fine documents to prove that this is what we're prove that this is what we're here for.
Okay.
At which point I remove them and push them across the table.
Alright, so that'll give you standard effect.
Okay. I'm still risky, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Risky standard, sway. Another 5.
Nice.
Gotta love those mixed successes.
Yeah, now you're at 3 ticks on the Virgil Bane clock.
Hey, progress.
He takes his time looking over the documents and let's see. Yeah, okay, I know what the consequence is. He takes his time looking over the documents, and then he puts them down on the table, and he slides them back across to you, and then he taps a spot on one of the forms, and he says, 74.7B is missing a signature.
God.
And he just has like the most like petty look on his face.
Oh my gosh.
He does.
All I did is betray him. Why is he being such an asshole? Oh.
Let's cut back to the way.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So, Pitchfork and Spade, how are you two doing?
Man,
It's a fine question.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the... there isn't a lot I can do right now, I don't think.
Okay, all right. Well, let's assess the situation, right? So, Harrow's in interrogation, ostensibly to seal the contract and get the intel, like the up and up way, or at least the paper trail way. Tower is our backup, you know, getting the really juicy stuff that we're not going to get from a contract. Are we backup here? What are we doing?
I feel like I'm here just, like, in the worst possible scenario where things go badly, but things are quiet for now.
I don't know.
Fair. I mean, either of you, if you wanted to make some kind of roll to try and gather some more information about the situation, you could try and do that.
Hey,
Harass the receptionist.
hey, Pitchfork, how good are you at small talk?
Bad.
Bad?
Really bad.
Yeah, it's Pitchfork.
You could try and hack the security system. I know neither of you are hackers, but
Oof.
hacking editing suites are available to.
One of us could get lost on the way to the bathroom?
There's always that old ploy.
You'd know.
Gotta
For
say,
what purpose? I couldn't say.
Pitchfork has both survey and prowl. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously I would probably... I mean, I guess this would be a flashback where when we walked in, I would probably just like give things the once over and try to figure some things out. Like, oh, about how many floors does this building have? Like, how thick do the walls look? Like, what sort of, I don't know, like security do I notice on the way in? Like, stuff. I mean, there's obviously
Absolutely.
that security camera staring us in the face, but
Like a setup roll, maybe?
Yeah, that's basically what I think most gather informations during mission are.
so, yeah. I mean, if I can roll a survey for that, I think be good. Be good.
Yeah, this also might actually help fill out the find the list clock as well, depending upon if well, okay, here's a question. Are you trying to discern impediments, like potential threats, or are you trying to figure out, like, narrow down where the list might be? Where and also your secondary objectives as well, potentially.
I mean, narrowing down where the list might be would be nice for me.
I mean, I think it's both in the way that I think the most threat is probably where the list is. Like I think I'm checking for, yeah, like security, like where I think a secure location would be. I guess location, yeah.
So you're trying to narrow down where the list is then.
I assist.
Sorry, was that a yes, Pitchfork? That you-
Yeah.
Cool. I think it's just sort of a nudging and pointing situation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything complex.
All right. And
Okay.
what's your connection with Pitchfork?
I mean, I could potentially help because I've got 2 with Pitchfork now.
I also have 2 with Fishfork.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
friends with her too.
That good downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spend your 2 stress, and what 2 benefits does Pitchfork get?
An extra die and bonus effect, probably.
Okay. So with
Good to
that,
know.
it would be risky standard.
Okay. Do I have anything that would help me do this? I don't think so. Just want to check real quick. Yeah, no. Okay.
Love to punch above your weight.
All right. So that's 2d6 risky standard survey. Actually, do I have? I don't have any stress. I'm gonna spend 2 stress for another dice.
I believe in you.
Let's do that. So 3d6 risky standard survey.
Nice. That's a 5.
It's a 5.
Some good fives this play session.
Yeah. No hard failures so far.
No hearts.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
So you were trying to narrow down where the list is. That was standard, so you get 2 ticks. Alright. What do you think about this? So,
What floor are we on?
you're on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think on the way in, you had a glimpse at the security desk's computer screens, and you're able to see sort of like the private. You're able to see the private directory. Like there's a public-facing directory, and then there's a private-facing directory. In the private directory, you see that in sub-basement 2, there's a server farm, or a server room. And the other one you spot is that on floor 5 there is a workspace specifically for the intelligence gathering wing of the Society for Wider Understanding. So either of those would probably have the information you're looking for. It doesn't really help you figure out where to put the puff piece, though, if you want to try and follow through on that.
Oh no.
What a tragedy.
Indeed. So,
Yeah.
what do you want to do with that information?
You could give it to me, and I could do things with it.
That would be handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because
So-
I'm the only one in a position to really do stuff with that information right now.
Yeah, just like throat mic it over.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are declaring a throat mic then.
Yes. I would like
Okay. Here,
And I would assume that means we've all got them.
here
I'm
is-
gonna mark one. Mine.
Here is where the consequence comes in.
Love it.
So, this being a facility for the propaganda wing with a specific floor dedicated to intelligence,
Oh no. Hmm.
God, we're just not smart people.
We're so dumb.
I don't think you're dumb. This is what happens with the dice.
We're very cute, to be fair, but we're just not very smart.
It's a big mood. It's just me IRL.
Somebody picks up that someone on another channel is broadcasting in the building, and the alarm clock goes up another tick.
That's 2 ticks.
That is 2 ticks.
And that's awful.
That's halfway
Yeah.
there.
That's bad. Is there a way to reduce those ticks?
Yeah, potentially. If someone does something that could reasonably make things calmer here.
Yeah. Can you guys do that? 'Cause I'm being sneaky.
I have no idea how to. I mean, I have apparently history with de-escalation now, but it's a very recent development.
Fair.
You're just gonna go up to the receptionist and start insulting him?
Just
So
Just
mean.
start negging the guy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
God.
I should probably be at least starting a conversation for intel, but I don't know what that looks like or what I'm asking for. I guess I can ask like, hey, well, first of all, to the GM, my question is how trafficked is this building right now? Like, is there a lot of people in the halls? Is it just like?
Yeah, I would say that it is fairly active. There are a number of people coming and going. I would say that the majority of them appear to be Jovengalian citizens, judging by their outfits,
Mhm.
with that militaristic slant. There are also the odd detainee who is being brought in for questioning. And I think there's also a handful of people from both locals, by locals I mean on-worlders, and also people from the other factions who come in, since this is, like, technically a media center. So they do
Fair.
come in to discuss stories.
Do media things.
I wonder if any of those detainees are from the group we escorted. Probably not, right? That'd be funny though.
I mean, maybe. Fortune roll?
Like, that doesn't make our situation better, but it would be very funny.
I mean, but would it make our situation worse is the real question.
Yeah, you know what? I think I think you do see Maria Houston, the like host of the show. It's probably been like at least a month, right, since that mission.
Yeah.
And so she's like brought through the waiting room by two security guards, one in front and one behind, and she's in like the same. Actually, no, she's no longer in the like power suit that she was on that mission. She's wearing like this very ill-fitting prisoner's outfit that is just this like flat beige color.
Mm-hmm.
She's got handcuffs on.
Ooh.
And she does not look good. She looks like she hasn't slept well. You spot like needle marks on her neck.
Oof.
And she also is like malnourished. And so they bring her through the waiting room, and I think as she's passing, she like sees you, Spade, and it like takes her a minute because she's not out of it, but like just as she's being ushered like past the door that demon went through, she like recognizes you and like turns her head and like opens her mouth to say something, and then the door closes.
Cool. Okay. So that's my window gone.
I mean, if you want to have done something, that's fine. But that's how that goes unless you interrupt.
Oh boy, I have a lot of bad ideas and none of them are good.
Go with it.
They're only bad ideas if you don't roll a 6.
Well, the thing is that they're in a thing, but I don't have any dice in, so that's great.
You always push yourself to get a die.
Oh, I love to have stress.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck it. I think the door opens and Spade like glances up from Ko's magazine, and it also takes Ko a minute to recognize her because, you know, of all the things, because used to seeing her much in a better state. But it clicks, and I think that Spade like bolts up. Is like, oh my god. Oh, it's Spade. Hi. And it's just like going up to her as if they're like old friends who have just spotted each other in a cafe or something.
Mhm.
It's like, oh my god, how are you?
The guard behind who is closest to you like puts out a hand and says, "No touching the prisoner."
Oh, that's fine. We were never on hugging terms anyway. Hi, what's up?
She like turns towards you. The guard in front, you can't see either of the guards' faces. They're wearing like these mylar faceplate that's part of their helmets.
Mm-hmm.
And they aren't like quite in riot cop gear, but they're like half
That's
a step
close.
back
Right,
from
yeah.
it. And you can tell that like the one in front, despite having the mask, you can see by his body language that he's like chuckling, like his
Mhm.
shoulders are like jostling a bit. And she turns to you and you ask how she's doing, and her mouth like she's a TV host and her mouth is just like opening and closing and she doesn't know what to say, and then finally she just like holds up her wrists with the handcuffs and gives them a jingle and then puts her arms down.
Oh no. What the...
And she just like looks at you with this there's no hatred in her eyes. There's just exhaustion.
Plan just gets worse. I think Ko's like, oh, bud, I'm sorry, that's rough. Do you have like a, oh, what's like a date of release coming up? Like, do you have visiting hours? Like, I would love to catch up. And like where are you staying? Like, can I send you letters? Like, is there something I can do to help?
Oh jeez. What is your goal in this? Is it just to like genuinely see in some way to help, or?
I appreciate your generosity with assuming that this had a goal in mind. The scheme maybe would be to like get a better idea of what the building is like whether or not she's being held here or is just passing through from interrogation back to the facility where she's being held. Just to also in a way to figure out like worst case scenario if things go pear-shaped with Harrow, we have a plan. So it would also be like Co probably feels kind of bad about it, and you know, it wasn't her fault, you know, or I don't think it was her fault from what I remember.
Okay. Yeah. Jeez. I don't think that she knows. I don't think that she knows enough to really help you out, unfortunately. So I'm not going to make you roll for this.
Cool.
But she does say that she has. She's supposed to have a hearing coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and she gives you like the date, and she says, I don't know the room, but maybe if you talk to the receptionist, he can find out for you. And she's like you can see she's starting to get a bit panicky as like this familiar face, even if it is just an acquaintance, is sort of breaking her out of this stupor,
Mm-hmm.
and the weight of her situation is starting to hit her again.
Oh, babe.
Hey. So Pitchfork is off at finding a bathroom, right? Like, is she here?
Oh, I thought it was still here. I thought that was just
Yeah,
like stuff we
thought so too.
noticed while we were walking in.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, you can be off going to the bathroom, getting lost, if you're so inclined.
I don't know if we're at that point yet. Soon, probably.
Then if that fails, one of us is sick and we need a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Not that kind of doctor.
Not the massage kind.
Oh God. There's a reason we went to Journey City, kiddo. I don't have a good scheme here. Okay. What's the patience level on the guards here?
It looks like the one behind is like starting to get a little frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
The one in front is like just weirdly amused by the scene playing out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I probably don't get very good TV in the Jovangelian Empire, so Yeah, I wish I had something clever and good to do here, but I am just spacing.
Well, remember that if you need to, you can flash back to this moment and be like, "Oh, I did this thing to set up this later thing." If you think of something later.
Yeah. Oh. No, that's stupid. Never mind. Yeah,
Do you-
I just. Huh?
Do you want a moment to think about it? We can go over to Tower.
Yeah, if you can come back to me, that would be good.
Okay. So Tower, you're in the maintenance hallways.
Hello. Yes. Have I gotten the location of where we think the records are? Like, I know that there's this server bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takuma, or not Takuma, Pitchfork told you about the server bank and the intel floor. So you know
Okay.
about those two options.
I mean, do I know which would be easier to get to, or which would potentially have less security?
I mean, you could do a flashback if you wanted to, or do some other kind of roll now to try and figure out which one would be easier, and I'd put that towards your find the list roll. But as it stands, no.
I mean, honestly, I don't want to use that much stress. I've only got 4 left to tick, so which one's closest to me? I mean, that's where I'm at this point.
Well,
Which one is the most likely to need janitorial staff?
that'd be the intel floor.
Okay, then I'm gonna go there. So would that be a roll, or could I just head up there and then roll once we sort of establish the situation?
Yeah, you can just get in the elevator. You've
Yeah.
already got the key card,
Yep.
so you can go up to the 5th floor.
Okay.
So you go up in the service
Yeah.
elevator with your trolley full of stuff. And there's a bing, and the door opens up. And you're at like an open office space.
Oh Jesus.
And there's
Okay.
just a whole bunch of desks. And
How many
you can-
people are there?
There are probably you can see a dozen people here, and that's just the intel officers. There's also like there's one or two. I think this is where like we see Maria Houston again. At like some time later, and Maria Houston is like handcuffed to a desk, sitting down in
Oh
a
my
chair
God.
and being questioned by an intel officer. And there's also some doors to other rooms. You can see one of them is an interrogation room. And I think through that window you can see Demon.
Hi. I don't go frantically waving at the window, but I want.
Well, that's good because it's a one-way and he wouldn't be able to
Exactly.
see you.
Look. Tower is not the most smart person. Tower likes people. Tower is a fucking nerd. Oh, my headphone just fell out. Okay. That's how you're gonna be. Sorry. I'm very tired. I mean, is there a way I could sort of try to figure out what the best approach would be? Because I honestly have no idea how to go about actually getting the information.
Yeah, you can always do a gather information roll.
Yeah. I mean,
This, of course,
Hmm.
would be Risky.
I'm assuming
this would be risky limited.
could. See, I don't know if I could make a case for something like consort or sway, where I'm like asking around.
Oh, you absolutely could. You just gotta figure out
Yeah.
what you want to ask.
I mean, I think like I find the other sort of maybe not janitorial staff, but like I'm assuming there's like a kitchen staff or something. Like, just like non, like the contract workers
Okay,
of
yeah,
the place.
you can find another cleaning staff member.
Yeah, and I think I just sort of like go up and start like making small talk and all that, and eventually sort of get around to the topic of, oh, I heard they were keeping these records around here. Do you know anything about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not that directly. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I understand that you're paraphrasing that Tower is more smooth than that, depending upon
Yes.
the role.
Yeah.
But just the image of Tower literally doing that is very funny.
I mean, yeah. See, if I was Tower, I would literally just do that, but that's why I'm not. So,
So-
Tower's a lot smoother at this than I am.
Just a point I was thinking about that I haven't really taken advantage of either. On the character sheets, there is a section for gather information that has several questions that are somewhat related to your character's specialty. So if you're ever in a situation where you're stuck, it can help to like look at that and say, you know, kind of come up with, or even just grab one off there to try and get an answer to that question.
Yeah. I mean, how can I find these, Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really tired, so I'm like a little bit scattered. But I think, yeah, I'm just gonna go with how can I find blank being these
The list.
document report things that we need.
Okay. All right.
Is there a devil's bargain I can take? Or is this just a gather information, just like a fortune roll style thing?
Well, no. This it's a fortune roll if there's no threat, but there's definitely risk here. So this will be risky limited. And a devil's bargain. Let's see. You get the attention of one of the intel officers. It's not going to be a tick on any of the clocks, though.
Okay, I'll take it. So I'm gonna take an extra d6, so I'm up to 2.
I would like to assist.
Okay.
I'm going to spend one of my tactical genius abilities. And essentially at some point beforehand I was like, okay, Tower, you're going to be, you know, in the thick of it. You know, we have a disguise for you. Your best bet is to try and do some office gossip as much as possible. It's like people love to talk, even in the intelligence community, if they think they have a safe ear.
They also love to complain.
Yeah, people love to complain. Yeah, that's even better. People love to complain. So get them there, and I will give you. I want to give you improved effect.
Okay.
And would you prefer improved position or an extra die?
I'd say improved position, because then like
Okay. So
I'll be at
controlled standard.
controlled. Goes sideways, I can always approach it. That's double force.
Okay.
It's better than double threes.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. So, do you want to take a minor consequence and get the success, or do you want to pull back?
Can you tell me what the minor consequence would be?
You're also already having the information of the intel officer.
Yeah.
The minor consequence is that the intel officer is going to start flirting with you.
Okay.
And like, to be clear, when I say flirting, I mean like in the I'm in a position,
I'm your superior.
Yeah, I'm in a position of authority, and like being very like, I don't think that they will be gross about it, but also like the situation is gross because they're definitely leveraging the fact that you can't really walk away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna play that out, but I'll take it.
Okay, so that gets you 2 ticks on the
Yeah.
find the list clock.
Hey!
You're only 2 away.
I'm being competent.
Yeah. So, this intel officer, they've you're chatting with one of the cleaning staff, and you find out that one of the intel officers was complaining about how they're doing grunt work. They're just compiling a list of battlefields. They'd rather be out there tackling the suspicious and finding out burden cells and other such patriotic duties. You don't find out which particular officer... Well, no, you do get a name.
Yeah.
Which is that it's Lieutenant Enter.
Okay.
But you don't know which one Lieutenant Enter is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So this officer, though, gets your attention and, like, has you come over to empty their garbage. And they're wearing the Jovangelian military dress uniform, as intel officers are wont to do. Which is, like, very stiff, and I think it's, like, double-breasted, and it's got epaulets. And they're they're like a like bronze-skinned person with dark hair that is up in a bun. And as you're emptying the garbage, they smile at you, and they start, like, chit-chatting with you and asking your name and how your day's going and are you new here. And every time that you try and, like, simply extricate yourself, they, like, ask you a question and, like, pull up a chair for you to sit in and talk to them. And
Cursed.
And there's, like, poor Maria Houston chained to their desk. Just, like,
God.
her elbows
Jesus
on
Christ.
the desk, her head in her hands, having to listen to this.
Insult on injury.
And we're gonna go to Demon. The camera cuts over to the window that sees Demon and and Virgil on the other side.
Are we alone in this room?
Yeah, it's just the two of you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I kind of want to suss out what's up with Virgil right now. I've been studying him. Like, I think as you know, we've been talking. I've just kind of been watching him for, like, any signs of, like, leverage.
So you're gonna do a setup action with study?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oof.
So I guess this is a where's my foe most vulnerable kind of question.
Yeah, that's kind of what I need. Oh boy. What is my position and whatnot here?
I think you're still risky limited. I don't think you've. I think when you get to 4 ticks on his clock, you'll be controlled unless unless there's a consequence that derails that.
Okay.
But yeah, he's still suspicious of you.
Of course he is. I would be. What do I have anything? Nope. Okay, I guess I'm rolling 1d6, unless you got a devil's bargain for me. Or if someone wants to help me somehow. I don't know.
Devil's bargain. Someone comes into the room.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay.
Alright, 2d6, risky limited. Study. Worth it.
That's a 6.
Nice.
Alright, so no additional consequences, and you will have improved effect or improved position against Virgil. Next.
Nice.
So,
Is that our first 6 of the session?
Yeah.
I think maybe, yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
So what you pick up on is that he's not over you. Feel free to exploit that.
Oh.
I hate it.
Bad man.
Baby.
Who comes in?
How many years has it been?
2.
2.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
but it's got it bad.
So, he's just like continuing to glare at you across the table and across the forms.
Yeah, and I'm like, here's 74.4, just like you asked.
And
I took the liberty of checking 83.1.
the door opens up. And of course, Tower, you can see this. The door opens up, and in comes an intelligence officer.
I think I turned my head to,
And he looks down at Virgil and says, "What do you think you're doing?" And Virgil looks up at him and says, "I'm just questioning this potential contract worker." And the intelligence officer says, "This person is not from the Empire, correct?" And he looks pointedly at you, Demon.
I have a fine cover identity that's just me as a citizen of the Jomangelian Empire.
And an inn with the raccoons, still, somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna...
I'm gonna lie and say, yeah, no,
God.
or wait, no, because
With Virgil sitting right across from you.
no, I don't think that's the right way. I don't think I think it was just to. I think the Fort Jovenel incident's really what I want to go off of.
Mm.
I mean, it's the same kind of situation, but it's like fictionally that makes more sense.
So are you still posing as a citizen, or are you...
No, I don't think I am, because I did the task for the as a member of the Celestial Myriad in Fort Jovenel, and that's kind of what I've been banking on right now. So.
Okay. So you just... So what do you say then?
I say that I think I'm just honest about the whole, collecting the war dead thing, and I say that we were, I was present at Fort Jovenel and helped avoid the issue, or like helped avoid the explosion from decimating anyone. And I'm like, and if you need to check, you can get in contact with Dr. Here Massage in Fort Jovenel.
Okay, what are you gonna roll?
I would like to assist, and I feel like I can actually assist here, because it is like talking about specifically what the Cenotaph does, and I don't think that I love living in Los Angeles so much. I don't think that the gig that we took with the Jovengalian Empire is the first time that we've returned bodies to them. Like we've probably done that courtesy over other like battles that they've had. At least the Cenotaph has. Whether or not Hera was there for that specifically, who knows? But that's the Cenotaph's job is larger than the Myriad as a faction. It's more the like spiritual half, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll allow that.
So I'll push that too.
So is that 2 stress?
Uh-huh.
So what benefits?
What you need, bud?
I could use a die, and then is this for anything? What's my position and effect here?
Your base position and effect are risky limited, and
Risky
this will
limited.
target the Virgil Bane clock, since you're being honest.
I'll take improved standard.
Alright.
Or, well, improved, yeah, improved position. Or effect, sorry, effective. So risky standard. 2d6, risky standard. Sway. Is there anything else I can do? Nope. Alright, here we go. A 5.
5.
Not terrible.
It's not a 2, which is the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 away from removing Virgil from this mission.
Removing?
I mean, if that's how you want to finish this clock. Yeah, it's basically Virgil trusting you more now. The consequence, though, is that the intel officer looks at Virgil and says, "You're not supposed to be questioning non-Empire citizens. You may leave." And Virgil opens his mouth up to say something, to contest that. And then he closes it and he shoots a glance at you, demon. And then he gets up and he salutes. And then he leaves the room.
What? Oh, no. I want to resist that.
Okay. How are you going to resist this?
Oh, gosh.
Won't talk to anybody else.
I mean, that could be it. Like, you could just refuse to talk
Oh,
until...
it's a bad idea.
I mean, yes, but consider. Good.
No.
I
Living better.
feel like I want to say, look, we are almost done here. I would be happy to debrief after this, but let me accomplish what I came for.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And I will roll something.
Yeah, what would that be? Is that insight or resolve?
Insight, maybe? Because time is short here.
I feel, well, consort and sway are both like resolve. Like, I hate to just keep leaning on it, but that seems to be
Yeah, okay, sure.
like,
I'll allow
yeah. Because I was thinking insight, but I think it resolves actually right here. So let me do
it.
that.
Sort of imposing your will.
Yeah, 3d6 resolve.
Hey,
Multi 5.
nice. Only 1 stress for you.
Nice.
So you say all that, and Virgil says he would have to explain the contract and all over again, and these forms, there's a number of them, and the officer looks at Virgil and looks at you and says, "Wrap it up," and then leaves.
Sorry, I lost what I was gonna say.
All right.
And so, let's go back to the waiting room. So, is there anything either of you want to do?
I have something I can do, maybe. Maybe. It's a really big maybe. Okay, so I think I want to take some stress off of the alarm by misdirecting the alarm by just trying to send an email over their system and doing just an atrociously bad job of it. I'm sending it to sorry, her name is Mariah
Houston.
Maria Houston. It's like Maria.Houston at juvenile.gov or something. Like, that's definitely the email that they gave her, right?
Detainees get email accounts, right?
You know, you never know. They might.
So, I'm doing this. Would that actually take heat off the alarm, or would that amp it up? Is my question.
Here's my thought on the I mean, it's weird and it's a little wacky, but it's just like, oh, that chatter seems to be someone being incompetent with their devices here. So maybe you get a talking to from the staff if you succeed, but they're like, oh, okay, this is less of a thing.
Yeah, it's not something threatening. It's just people being dumb.
Yeah.
It's I sit down and be like, okay, do you know what Wi-Fi is? And Spade's like, huh?
Yeah, okay. I'll let you take a tick off of the alarm clock for pretending to be incompetent.
Can I
Pretending.
This is a stretch, but can I roll a rec because that's what I'm doing?
No.
Okay.
No,
It's worth a try.
Yeah, no, because even if you were trying to actually mess up their computer systems, that would still probably. I guess you could use rec if you were trying to actively damage their computer systems.
I'm just trying to. This is benign. Whatever the effect of this is just to make myself look incompetent, which I'm really good at doing. So I guess interface.
It could be interface.
Engineer doesn't seem right.
Sway.
No, I don't think it would be engineer unless you're actually. No, I don't think it would be engineer. I think sway, consort, interface. I think those are all good bets.
Cool. I have no dice in any of them, so it's fine. Pushing for stress is 2 stress or 1 stress?
2.
Okay, that's bad because I have 2 stress left that I can spend before I get trauma. Can I just write out being at 9, or does that trigger trauma immediately?
Hitting 9 triggers the trauma. Of course, you can take a dire action when you hit 9.
I don't want to do that. I don't like dire actions. They're scary.
That is fair.
Remind me what a dire action is.
So, a dire action, when you max out your stress, you can choose to either leave the scene and take your trauma, or you can choose to stick around and take a dire action, which ignores any harm you currently have. Of course, you can't spend any stress on the dire action because you don't have any to spend. But the dire action, if you get a 6, you can continue, you can take another action. If you get less than a 6, you are removed from the scene. And once you are removed from the scene, you take a level 3 harm.
That's a lot of harm.
It
That's
is a lot of harm. It's the idea of you putting yourself out there to like really just go for that one last Hail Mary pass.
I don't think this works contextually, is the thing.
Depends upon how desperate Spade gets.
Fair.
Yeah.
I will spend the stress to assist, and
Hooray.
I feel the wise thing to do is essentially CC me on the email,
Yeah.
and that way, like my phone goes off, and people are just like, what? I have it on me, and I comment, or like wherever I checked it in sees it. It's just like, what is this incompetent person doing?
Fantastic. I love that. So
Okay.
that gets me up to 1 whole die.
Use it well.
I believe in you.
This is a weird place to get a trauma, is the thing.
Yeah.
Can I use the load to? Can I use my smartphone to up something?
I don't think your smartphone is going to give you an improved position or
Yeah.
improved effect.
Okay, it just.
The smartphone just lets you take this action, basically. I think.
Can I do it with my palm computer with useful apps? Because that actually has load.
Yeah. What's the useful app?
It's just oh god, it's Scratch.
You basically get Scratch to send out the email and such.
Yes,
no.
it's CC. It's not just CC.
To
it's
reply
CC
all.
everyone. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna mark off that and get another die, I think. Or what's the effect we're at?
Yeah, I'll let you have risky standard. Sure.
Cool. So roll 2d6.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Wait,
Please,
two?
this would be so cool.
Wait, 2d6?
That's a 5. Yeah, because I got one die from from Harrow, and then one from the load, I think. Is that
I
correct?
don't.
No,
the
you
load
did not get a
doesn't
die
give
from
you
the
a dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does that do then? Does that
improved your effect.
Okay.
Oh no.
you want me to roll again?
I'll let you roll again, so you don't
Okay.
just get that 3.
Huh?
So 1d6.
6.
I was about to roll 2d6 twice. So that's good.
Not a 1.
4. That's a 4. That's a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
4 is as good as a 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
yep. All right.
So I'm sitting there and like, okay, well, listen, I totally want to be keep me in the loop for your trial. I'll just send you an email so you have my information. And I'm just like doing this on my tablet or whatever,
Yeah.
and send. So just let me know.
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Tower.
Hey?
The
Great.
elevator dings.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
opens up, and
Oh,
there's two
Jesus.
security guards strong arming Spade into one of the interrogation rooms.
Oh!
Unless, of course, someone wants to try and resist that.
I
Which, Pitchfork, you can do that too if you can think of some way to protect.
Oh no.
God, that's so funny though. Is the problem is that I love it and I want
Yeah, it's very good.
And send. Ding.
Like, it's a very good mental image.
You fascists!
Do you want me to try to protect that, or do you just want to do it? Do you just want to?
I hate being an enemy of my own character, but yeah, I kind of just want it to happen.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
though.
Okay. So, Tower watches, well, in this bad conversation with this intel officer.
Oh.
As
God.
Spade is, like, how tall is Spade?
That's I know that Ko's very like narrow. I don't remember if Ko's very tall. Ko's body is gangly, so I feel like maybe there's some length there. So probably pretty tall.
Okay.
I'm gonna say pretty tall.
All right. So they're just like forcibly marching you, and like you're having a hard time keeping up. They're like, they're. You can tell by the way that they're strong arming you. They're actively trying to get you to drag your feet. Like they're without sticking a boot in front of your feet. They're trying to trip you to drag you across the floor.
I'm like, hey, I could just walk. I have it's fine. Look at real good feet right at the end of my legs. I'm good.
And they open the door to the interrogation room and they shove you inside and then they close it. And it's a different one from the one that Demon's in, that's for sure. And so now the two of you are in separate interrogation rooms. Tower is on the floor and can see both of you through the one-way windows. And we cut back to
what's the Wi-Fi
Pitchfork.
password?
We cut back to Pitchfork sitting alone in the waiting room, twiddling her thumbs.
That's the scene we go out on.
Yeah, I think we go out on like the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. And yep, that's where we're gonna end the session for.
I love it
for tonight.
so much.
We're a sitcom
We all make
now.
good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh.
So we're gonna go back over to the talk screen, which I think is messed up. Yes, it is.
Oh.
I'll fix that quick.
Believe in you.
Yep. And
Your name isn't Sasha?
yeah.
Eh?
Okay. So
Ooh woo.
thank you everyone so much for joining us. Oh, actually, do we want to do XP quick?
Yeah, I feel we should
Yeah.
knock that out real quick.
Yeah, okay. We will do that right quick. Everyone have a look at your character sheets, please.
I don't think I got any.
Well,
Like I wasn't even stealthy.
yeah, you were.
Yeah,
I
you were.
was like barely stealthy.
swiped
You were
the
like
key
social
card.
stealthy, which is something.
Yeah, that's true too.
Fair.
Okay, so squad's XP goals. Did you acquire product, supply, or a new client?
No.
Okay.
Or yeah, I don't think.
Well, the contract's on the table. I don't think we
process.
sealed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We probably will next session.
Yeah,
Next
maybe.
time.
Hopefully.
Okay. Did you face off against challenges above your pay grade?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times.
Woohoo! That puts us in. We just got an advance.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
So we'll work on that over the week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll discuss it off screen. Did you bolster your squad's reputation or develop a new one?
Our reputation is merciful.
Merciful. I don't think so.
No, we yet developed grossly incompetent.
Honestly, at this point,
We'll see how it goes.
they're not saying it to be nice.
Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the squad?
Always.
Yes.
Incompetence, yes.
We had some good moments in there. Like, all right, it gives us an XP over there. So
Yep, okay. Okay. Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Did you address the challenge with piloting or violence?
Not yet.
Yet being the operative word.
I'm sorry there was so little for you to do this session. Things just went so smoothly the whole way through.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
Did you express your history, tragedy, or opening?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character?
No?
Yeah, I don't think so. Unfortunately, it's looking like you don't get any XP this session.
Yep.
Okay. Spade.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Did you address a challenge with mayhem or technical know-how?
The former more than the latter, but yes. Mayhem, absolutely.
Okay, I'll give you an XP for that.
Yay, I leveled up.
Woo. Did you express your history, tragedy, or opening?
I don't think so.
Did you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character?
No. No. So it's just the one, I think.
Yeah, okay. So think about what ability you want to take, unless you already know.
Nah.
Okay. Alright. Demon. Did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Yes.
Yeah. That's 2 XP.
Oh, well, thank you.
Did you express your history, tragedy, or opening?
I don't. I mean, yeah, I guess, because that's the whole situation with Virgil, right? Is that what I did to,
Yeah, I think that's 1 XP for your opening.
Sure.
Did you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character?
I feel I may have, because my relationship to Spade is Co refuses to see how core actions affect the squad. And I feel that, like, that was me pulling the gun in the middle of it's just like, what's going on? It's like, you gotta stop this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you take an XP for that.
Yeah, so. Alright, that's it for me.
I wonder how that might be affected by the growing Maria Houston storyline. With Spade having to look her in the eyes. But anyways, Tower, did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
Kinda?
Yeah, you did. You did it
Okay.
at least twice, with getting the key card and then pretending to be janitorial people to narrow down
Okay,
where the...
so if that's 2, then I'm leveled up. And I know what I want to take.
Well, remember that this end of session XP you can put into actions as well, if you are so inclined. It doesn't have to be in your playbook.
Actions?
Yes. In your
Oh,
actions
yeah, I'm
XP
gonna-
track for your attribute XP tracks.
I'm
next
I'm
to,
not sure then.
Oh.
Next to acuity, expertise, resolve, prowess, and insight.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna wait on that then, because I hadn't thought about that.
Well, you should probably mark it now so you don't forget which 2 or where that XP is going.
I'm just gonna take the move right now. I'm gonna take ambush.
Okay. Good. Alright. Well, that's nice and simple. Alright, did you express your history, tragedy, or opening?
Did some theater kid bullshit.
Yeah, okay. You showed up in that outfit and you went with you went with method acting. Alright,
Yeah.
so take 1 XP for that.
Exactly. Well, no, I did it twice because I also did the whole dressing up.
Yeah, but I'm only going to give you 1 XP for that because I wasn't super. It didn't really change the way that scene went.
That's fair. Yeah.
And did you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character?
Not really.
And what's your new belief with Pitchfork?
I think I'm still working on the wording because I have a hard time with it, but I got her into her current state. I have to get her out.
Okay. Very good. Alright, so that is XP for everyone done.
I took a point in prowl. I advanced my prowess.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very good.
Okay. So, let's wrap this up. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. This has been Beam Saber, the Cenotaph, Part 5. I'm your host, Austin Ramsey. I'm also the creator of Beam Saber. You can find a link to Beam Saber and its Discord in the channel description or in the description of this episode if you're watching it on YouTube or listening to the podcast version. And you can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn. As always, this stream is presented by You Don't Meet in an Inn, a podcast about obscure tabletop role-playing games and exploring them with a diverse rotating cast. Tonight, I have been joined by Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean. You can find me on Twitter at Hyena Spots, and I post what I'm doing there. I do role-playing games and paint miniatures. So,
Thank you. And Ray.
Hey, I'm Ray. You can find me on Twitter at RayRayTheGayGay, where I don't do much, but I do some stuff sometimes.
Sasha.
I'm Sasha Renault. You can find me at Sasha_Renault on Twitter, and you can follow my game design stuff at TCabbage.
And Takuma.
Hey, I'm Takuma. My Twitter is at Takuma_Okada_. I'm making music and playing and writing games. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Once again, thank you all for joining us on this adventure. And we will be back again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST as always. And remember, fight the war, not the soldiers. See you later.